great passwords. How do we manage them? Truly, honestly, 70% of what I do is helping people remember their passwords, or clicking on that little link that says, I forgot my password, and going through that with people. It is a dilemma, and it's not going away. So we want a password that we can remember, ideally, and that's very secure. And I know a lot of you have heard this story about me sitting on a plane next to this guy that was graduating from Berkeley in computer science. And he said, look, the best way to have a password is to have a crazy picture in your mind and use that as a base to help you remember. And he said, for example, think of a green horse eating cake in the rain. Now, this happened 4 or 5 years ago. I still remember it. Green horse eating cake in the rain. So how would you make a password out of that? Well, with the green, you would do an uppercase G. H, you could do a lowercase h. Eating, you could do a 3. A lot of people use a 3 because it's like a backwards uppercase E. Cake could be a lowercase c. In could be a 1. The could be a lowercase t. Rain could be R with a period at the end. And you'll never forget that. Green horse eating cake in the rain. Period. Does anybody else have any other strategies? And I don't want to hear anybody's passwords. And this is not my password. But
often you have to have a pound sign or some other kind of symbol in there as well.
Would a period do that or not? Not really.
I've never seen a period taken, but
No, usually they want some kind of a symbol,
you know,
like a
dollar
dollar
sign,
sign, a pound sign, something.
percentage
Well,
point.
if you have an S in your phrase,
You can put
you
the
could
dollar
use the
sign.
dollar sign.
I'm on patrol.
All righty. This has helped me out a great deal. I think I have a bunch of passwords and sort of password families. But I think my best password is just an absurd sentence that I made up that I thought was funny, and I've never forgotten it. And it's a very robust password, and it has all of the things that you could possibly need. You usually need 8 or more characters. And just like you need uppercase, lowercase, punctuation, maybe a symbol, numbers, and that makes up a good password. We also need a good system to save our passwords, and we've talked about using notes to save password and locking your notes, and we're going to go through that briefly again. And we've also talked about if you lose your phone, the things that you can do, you can use a screen snapshot of a note you've written saying, if you find this iPhone, please call, and then give a number of a trusted person. And that can be the image that someone picks up if they found a phone lying on the counter of the steamship authority and picked it up. The screen that you would see would be, please call whoever.